Rather than fanning hysteria about voter fraud, you should be finding new ways to increase voter involvement.
Florida, according to the Pew Center on the States, had the longest wait times of any state in the nation. The last voter actually voted in Miami-Dade at 2:03 a.m., some 7 hours after the poll closed on election night. So what the legislature is doing now is restoring the cutbacks to early voting, which in fact was the pressure relief valve to accommodate Florida's voters. Florida has fewer polling places today in 2012 than we did in 2000. Our population grew 18.3% in the last decade. We simply lost the ability to build enough electoral infrastructure, i.e. precincts. Early voting is where the extra voters have to go. That's the only way we can accommodate them. And reducing early voting from 14 days to 8 days in 2011 caused 225,000 voters not to be accessed, and it caused a huge overflow on Election Day.
When you look at the very first iteration of voter registration laws, they were in 1820, when large numbers of German immigrants were settling in Pennsylvania. And that led the political culture to pass laws to prevent them from taking over political control. For example, our first voter registration laws in the nation were in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia, and only in Pittsburgh and Philadelphia. You had to register to vote every year to be eligible to vote in those two cities. And that was a function of the large number of German immigrants that were settling in those two cities. However, if you weren't in those two cities, you had no voter registration requirements.
Voter fraud means nothing to me, There is election fraud, and there are election frauds. Candidates commit election fraud all the time. Individuals collecting petitions seeking to be candidates commit fraud. We know of those cases. In-person voter impersonation fraud, we don't know of those cases.
The very first concept in the preamble is we establish justice. Without justice, we have nothing. And justice is something I do not hear out of the current political debate in elections. Did you hear the word justice used once here today? I didn't. And it is not just to make people wait 5 hours, where and across the town they're waiting 5 minutes.